Hi everybody, welcome back to Major Misconduct. Taylor, Keelback, Major Misconduct. That's pretty simple. He's worth 10 minutes, I'm only worth 5. We're live at Shaw Park in beautiful downtown Winnipeg.
Just takes you twice as long to say it.
That's exactly
No, that didn't work out, did
And
it?
360Winnipeg.ca.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Tell me about Corey Boyd. He's leading the CFL in rushing for the Toronto Argos. They're not a very good team. They're 3-3. They're okay. But I think the real problem in Toronto is that Ricky Ray believes that inside the opposition's 30-yard line, there are snakes and gators and dragons, because he won't go in there. He just won't go in there. What's happened is he didn't take the fall for the Argos 3-3 start. Corey Boyd, the leading rusher in the league, did. And to me, you brought it up. The most interesting part about the Corey Boyd release is that he wasn't even worthy of a trade.
No, here's the leading rusher in the Canadian Football League. Now, any other time, I mean, there was a time when if you were the leading rusher, you were a prominent player in the league, and everybody knew who you were, and you'd been around for a long time. Now you get a guy like Corey Boyd. He's in that position, and yet obviously the Argonauts tried to trade him. You don't just cop up somebody without an effort, especially a guy with some statistics behind him, which he has, and nobody wanted him. Nobody was willing to pay a price, and I think that just shows you there's an abundance of outstanding running backs available to beat teams in the Canadian football. Look at where the Bombers have got guys. Chad Simpson, where'd he come from?
Right now, I would say, without fear of too much argument, that Chad Simpson, if used properly, is a better running back than Chris Garrett, the guy who's hurt.
Well,
I think he hits the hole harder. I think he runs harder. I love Chad Simpson. I think he's a great player.
And, you know, there's been all kinds of stories about Boyd, too, that he was a poor teammate, that he was a poor blocker. He may have been all those things. But on the other hand, he is replaceable. And any back in the Canadian Football League is replaceable.
Yeah, and I think a big part of it, too, is that Toronto's a team that expected to come out, be a lot better than 3-3 with Ricky Ray and with Corey Boyd and with Chad Owens and all the offensive tools.
Has Ricky Ray always been overrated?
I think completely overrated. But you see, the hard part about it is he's won a couple of Grey Cups. He's won a couple of Grey Cup championships, and when you've won the Grey Cup, you become highly regarded. I think the problem is over the last 3 or 4 years, and I think Eric Tillman saw this, is he doesn't get the ball in the end zone. He puts up gigantic numbers. They don't score any points. What they lose last week? 15-8, 15-9. I mean, 3 field goals. That's the best you can do. And you put up 320 yards of offense. I don't get it.
There's another example of the Canadian Football League. You know, they were lamenting the loss of Ricky Ray when they lost 17-1 early in the season. And no team can only score 1 point. How can you be that bad? How can you give away a great quarterback? Now all of a sudden, he's not scoring in Toronto, but Edmonton's scoring. So it just turns it around.
Yeah, it's got more to do with offensive coordinators than quarterbacks in this league.
Yeah, it seems that way.
And offensive linemen. When we come back, we're going to talk about a place where quarterbacks really matter. That's the NFL. And even though it is preseason, young quarterbacks have made a big difference so far early in the year. We'll be back on 360Winnipeg.ca.